Hey, I'm Sharleen from Texas, and I'm taking over Rage for a bit. Stay tuned. TLC No Scrubs with Dallas Austin, my man. We were lucky again to go. We went to Atlanta, Georgia. We recorded in Florida, and we recorded in Atlanta with Dallas. You know, Dallas is one of the great songwriters, and he wrote No Scrubs with TLC. And we actually we hung out with Chili because at that point Dallas was married to Chili, and they have kids together. And she was great. She was just like, she told us some unbelievable great stories. One that was really special, all but Prince, but I can't tell you that. But it was just a great time in Atlanta. Dallas's mum cooked for us, looked after us. We had some proper southern food, and this record was the reason that we wanted to go and work with Dallas, and we were lucky enough that we got that opportunity when we did we did our recording together. Okay, the next track I'm going to play for you guys is Prince. I mean, you couldn't possibly pick great videos and great songs without picking a Prince track. You know, I really, do you know sometimes when there's certain people in life that you're just going to like miss the music? I'm going to miss ever hearing another Prince record, like a new record. I'm also going to miss ever hearing a new Amy Winehouse record. There's just certain people that come along that make music that you just think, God, I wish I could hear something new and what they're going to do now. And Prince is someone that I was very lucky to get the opportunity to see many times. But I remember when the Kiss video came out, because that's the track I'm going to play for you. I just remember watching Wendy doing the funk guitar and their little shoulders going, and then Prince is dancing, and the starkness of the video, and just the way he spins in those high heels and everything. And you know, it's just a song that you just can't help getting up and dancing to. So enjoy. We're going to play a tune now of my first ever album. Actually, my first album that I ever bought was Parallel Lines. I remember like saving up to go and buy this. I remember buying the album, and I remember buying the plastic sleeve to protect it. I still have all my vinyl from a kid. Whenever I bought 7 inches, I used to buy a sleeve, and I was very particular with them. Also had a record box, still in all the original record boxes. Yes, I am a geek, but you will realise that musicians are geeks. We just get lucky and suddenly become very cool and very trendy. God knows why, because we're all actually geeks. This song, Heart of Glass, is one of the great Blondie songs. And I remember one time Debbie Harry coming to London, and she came over to my house, and we hung out. I cooked dinner, and it was quite a strange evening, because in my kitchen was Debbie Harry and John Taylor from Duran Duran, and I was cooking dinner. It's quite a surreal moment, especially since if you had told me that in the early 80s when I was like 14, 15, I'd have went, what are you talking about? But I did have a little moment where I did look and think, Jesus Christ, this is a little bit surreal. But that night we got talking, and I said to Debbie, I says, you know, did you keep any of your stuff? The clothes and stuff that you wore, like the Heart of Glass dress? And she went, yeah, I've got the dress. She said, do you want a loan of it? I was like, what? She went, I'll send it over to you. You can borrow it, like, you know. And sure enough, Debbie Harry sent the Heart of Glass dress over to London for me to borrow. I'll be honest, I never ever had the guts to go out in it, because when Debbie Harry's been in that dress, you're never going to look as good as Debbie Harry, even though I was young at the time. But I did dance around in my dressing room a few times with that dress on, having a little moment of imagining I was Debbie Harry for a millisecond. Enjoy. David Bowie. What can I say? I absolutely... It actually is a weird story between me and Bowie, because when I was growing up, I was like, everybody was like, bow, 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 bow. And it was very sort of like, when I was at school, it was quite blokey. So like all the kind of like Ziggy Stardust and everything, I was always a bit like, because it was so accented. You know, he spoke, he sang in an accent, and I was like, I couldn't really, like, I ended up mimicking it. But it was at the point that Bowie gets to when he starts doing Young Americans and everything, and he goes very soul, was at the point where I kind of went, whoa, okay, now I get it, now I get it. And that was at the point, and I went back the way. But when Let's Dance came out, I was absolutely mesmerised. Of course, the video is in Australia. And he's in that suit, he's got his hair all bleached, slicked back. I remember getting my hair cut, and I really, really wanted to get my hair bleached, and my mother was like, absolutely not. But just the way he stood there with his little gloves on and his white suit leaning back, I just love this video, and it's just an absolute killer song that just never gets old. Come On Eileen, one of the greatest songs ever written. DEXY'S, one of the greatest bands ever to be on the scene. Also, the greatest horn section of all horn sections. Come On Eileen is just like, everything about it is just, it just makes your heart soar. It just makes you feel good. It just, you know, like just watching Kevin, the way he stomps out the song, and, you know, in his dungarees and his little beret. It's just such a great video that, you know, I just, every time I see it, it just puts a massive smile on my face. So I hope you like it too. When I was growing up, this band were a band that suddenly were merging music, like right in front of you. They were merging black and white music together. That's the point where the whole ska scene started. And the Specials were such an important part of that movement, and continued to be a massive, massive influence on so many bands that came through, and that were suddenly realising that, you know, to just blatantly merge music and show the merge and show the influence, and that's what the Specials were always very respectful of, showing where the music came from, and the influence of different cultures, and that's why they will continue to influence and continue to lead the way in that genre. This is Ghost Town. Thanks for watching me for a bit this morning. I am going to be back this evening, where I'll be playing lots more videos. So hopefully you will tune back in on Rage and watch me then. It's been a pleasure being here this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later. Hey everyone, how you all doing? I am Sharleen Spiteri from the band Texas, and it's great that you've invited me along here to Rage, and hopefully I'm going to give you some insight into the music that I love and that's been really influential on our band Texas. This was at the point when Texas, everything changed for us in our career, and we had made the album White on Blonde, and it was at the point where I stepped forward in the band, and it was me in the video on my own, in a very futuristic spaceship in blue. And the song is Say What You Want. This is the first version of Say What You Want before we then redid it with the Wu-Tang Clan. So I hope that you enjoy it. As I said, it changed our lives, and we're still here after all these years due to this record. Hey everyone, you're watching Rage, and I'm Sharleen Spiteri from Texas. New Order, a band I love. It's funny, it's like whenever you put a New Order record on, it's like you're hearing it for the first time. It just still sounds so new to me. It just still sounds so modern. It just sounds, it's like everything about it is like the excitement of hearing it, especially Blue Monday, is a song that when I hear this song, yeah, my heart starts pumping and the blood starts running through my veins at a great speed, and I get very excited. Just an amazing band, amazing band, and again, if you have to live with one record, this is probably one of the ones you should live with. This video, I think, probably was one of the videos that changed everything in how we made videos. Unfinished Symphony was a video that was, number one, it was one take, continuous, a continuous take through the song. Everything was done live on it, and I think it really did change the way that we made videos. It also changed the way we made music, within sampling, within cutting things up, within using different parts of music and merging them together. And creatively, I think it changed the way we made records, as that we were beginning to use a lot more computers and everything like that. And I think it really made everybody look at how they were making records. And it was great because it literally took bands and took songwriters into their little caves at home, creating music, that suddenly technology changed how we started to make records. And also it changed who was making records as well, because it brought, not right at that point, but years later, it brought the cost of making records right down, which then opened up the gates for people from all different walks of life capable of making records, as long as you had some kind of computer. The Wu-Tang Clan. Oh, I have so much to say about these guys. One, they're my friends. We were very, very lucky to actually collaborate on 2 songs. We did Say What You Want with these guys. We did a version of Say What You Want with the Wu-Tang, with Method Man on there doing his thing. And then we actually did another track, I think it was 3 years ago now. It was just after after we were all released from COVID. We did a High. We'd made a documentary, and while we were talking about the making of Say What You Want, RZA said, you know, we should do another track together. And that was the point. He says, well, actually, we've got a song that's probably perfect for you guys. I remember the first time I heard C.R.E.A.M, I just thought, it was like, it had this sexy, filthy thing going on with the way these guys rapped. It was different from a lot of other rap that I had heard. Rhythmically, it was just like, it really, really connected with me. And you know, just the way they kind of like, it was like a tag team, just the way they like tagged each other, the way they would come in, the way they would double each other up. Everything about this record is just amazing. So that was why it was probably like a dream. It was a dream when suddenly we got the opportunity to work with these guys. Enjoy the Wu-Tang, because I know I always will. This is C.R.E.A.M. The Beastie Boys. You know, again, when you've been making music as long as we have, you run into people and you meet people through the years. I remember Mike coming down to my house and sitting having a cup of tea with me, because we were talking about we had actually done Free to Bet record with them, and it was, they had got loads of bands to do that, but years later we came together because we were going to try, and there was a load of people trying to do a concert in Hyde Park in London. Sadly, it never ever came together, and it didn't happen. But I love the Beastie Boys. I love everything about them. I love everything they stand for. And Sabotage, I just remember hearing that doo-doo, doo-doo, the first time. I think, you know, it makes you turn. You think, what is this? What is this on my TV? And the video is just phenomenal. Again, you know, another place in rap that, with it being, you know, these like young white Jewish boys coming and making this music, and it was very nasally and very much of a really particular sound with their rapping, and you know, and it was like taking, you know, black music and bringing it to their culture and putting their culture into that. And that's what's so interesting in music. That's the thing that we cannot lose within music, is the creative process of bringing different cultures together. I always think as long as you are literally showing where it comes from, then it's always good to do it. So yeah, it was an exciting record when this came out. Hey everyone, you are watching me, Sharleen Spiteri from Texas, on Rage. Keep tuned. I don't think you could possibly put down a list of videos of great videos and great songs without putting the Sinead O'Connor Nothing Compares to You video. One, Prince song, so the song is like killer. But I think Sinead O'Connor's version of this was so tender. and so beautiful. As well, the fact that, you know, the video is literally her face, and it's such a beautiful face. I loved everything that it said. You know, you were suddenly looking at this woman with her head shaved, and just simple, you know, nothing fancy, not loads of makeup or anything. She was just stripped back, and the way that she sang the song and the way the video was, is when the tears running down her eyes, everything was just so simplified in it. The simplest things are always the hardest things to do, but you can see that that just happened, and somebody definitely went, that's the video. And apparently the story goes that there was loads of stuff that they'd filmed in Paris, this, that, and that, took it all out of the video, and they just kept that shot. You see a couple of the graveyard stuff, but apart from that, it's just her delivering the song how it should be. You're watching Rage, and I'm Sharleen Spiteri from the band Texas. I'm here playing all my faves. Hopefully some of them are going to be your faves as well. My God, my love, the man I adore, the voice I adore the most, Mr. Marvin Gaye. Anybody that knows me knows that I couldn't possibly be talking about music and not put a Marvin Gaye record in. It was kind of, we were like, well, where do we go? Try to find a video. But we've got a live version here for you. I've heard it through the Grapevine, which is, you know, he's just the greatest singer of all time. Again, someone that I never tire of hearing, and every time I do hear it, I hear something different. I hear little inflections, I hear bits and pieces that I go, oh, I never heard that the last time I heard it. So I hope that you enjoy this record, and I hope that you enjoy this live version. Hi, it's Sharleen Spiteri. This is time to turn off the television, because this is where it all becomes Texas videos. No, I'm only joking. Please don't turn off. It has been such a pleasure being here, picking all my fave videos, and hopefully there's maybe some Texas stuff that you may never have seen, and hopefully you'll maybe it's the first time you don't even know Texas, but hopefully you'll get into this. So enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you all in Australia very, very soon. Adios. Next up, you're going to see me doing the tango. When we were about to make this video, we had a meeting, and with Vaughan Arnell, the video director, and we were sitting in, what studios we were in? We were in the Sony studios, down just off Tottenham Court Road in London, and we were talking about this video idea, and Vaughan said, you should do the tango, be really good. And I said, yeah, but if I'm going to dance the tango, it needs to be believable that it would be somebody that would dance the tango. I don't want like some really good looking model guy and there's just me dancing with this beautiful guy. I said, it needs to be like, well, of course he would dance the tango. So we're all sitting there having a think, well, who would dance the tango? Who would dance the tango? And in walked Michael Kamen. Michael Kamen is the guy that did all the amazing music for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And we had done something at the UN with Michael. And Michael says, oh, I heard you guys when I just popped in to say hi. And we were like, oh, how you doing? He says, I was just on the phone to my really good friend, Alan Rickman. And everybody looked at each other and went, Alan Rickman, he would dance the tango. And I asked Michael, I says, look, is there any chance you could call him and ask if he would, any chance he would maybe be in a Texas video? And he said yes, and he actually cancelled the first week of his holiday to Italy. He goes to Italy, he used to go to Italy every year for 3 weeks, and he cancelled the first week of his holiday so that we could do dancing lessons. And we became great friends, and I miss him massively. He's one of the most kind, beautiful human beings that you will ever meet, and was so important in helping young, new artists, not just in music, in film, in writing, theatre, everything. He was very, very supportive as a creative, and he was a wonderful man. Enjoy this video. This is another Texas record that I'm going to play for you, and it's Halo. We had the amazing opportunity to go off to Hong Kong to make this video, and it was our nod to Wong Kar-wai, the filmmaker, who we absolutely loved and has been massively influential visually, and you know, as well as like inspiring songs that we've written with his visuals, and Christopher Nolan, the great cinematographer. We got to go there and make this video, and I had a lot of fun playing lots of different characters, and it was a great experience. I hope you enjoy it.
Happy New Year, Australia, from a Scottish person, so that means a lot. Rage have said that I get to pick a song, and I'm thinking, what would I do to get you all going? I think it's got to be Donna Summer, I Feel Love.